So today I'm doing a feeding video of most of my collection. You can see there's quite a few enclosures, but I wanted to mention what I feed to these bugs because we use a roach species that not everybody uses for feeders. You can see we try to feed them well. They get good quality cat food, they get apples, oranges, carrots, all kinds of good stuff. On this top layer right here, you will see a couple roaches, but you'll notice these little larvae moving around. These are a beetle larva, and you can see a bunch of the beetles over here. These are buffalo beetles. We have them throughout the colony, and they clean up dead roaches. If the food has any chance to rot, it'll clean up the rotting food. We use a pine bedding in here to help with the smell and to give more hiding places for both the beetles and the roaches. And you see there's not a lot of activity up here at the top. But when you start to go in, you can see here's a beetle layer. It's almost all beetles with just a couple roaches. Then we get into the roach layer. So if I can get them to slow down, you can see there's a random dubia in here. These are lobster roaches. I really like them as feeders because they come in a much smaller size for their first instar. You can tell them from the beetles because they move around a lot faster. And the adults, they're not sexually dimorphic, so you cannot tell male from female, but unless you're really, really good at it, I guess. But they're very, very soft-bodied, which makes them great as a feeder. You never have to worry about a tarantula hurting its fangs or anything really bad going on like that. And I've been using them off and on for about 20 years now. And I really prefer them over a lot of the other options. And again, with these buffalo beetles in here, there's just no real worry about any kind of bad smells or having to pick out dead roaches every single week. We just clean the bin about every 6 months, and that's it. The only drawbacks to lobsters are that they are able to scale smooth surfaces. So if you can kind of see it here, I have a silicone-based lubricant all around the top to keep them from climbing out. And we don't have any escapes, so obviously that's really all you need. But yeah, really good feeder. So on to feeding the spiders. So this is my Brachypelma albopilosum, my curly hair. I think she's the Costa Rican morph, but I always get them backwards. So if I'm backwards, just let me know so I can try and start getting it straight. I recently upgraded her enclosure to something with a little bit more digging room. She liked to burrow a lot in her old home, but once I moved her over here, she stopped digging. So we'll just have to wait and see in time if she starts again. So let's see if she's hungry. She almost always is. That roach came with a little bit of shredded egg crate, so I didn't want to drop the egg crate in here. But yeah, she totally grabbed that thing. Good girl, Locks. You were hungry. So this is my Haitian brown from Ictopus canceroides. She never says no to food. Let's see if we can get her on camera eating. First I gotta catch a roach. Bloop. Nom nom nom. Always a good eater. Go ahead and put your hide back in. Yeah. She's a little bit of a runner, so hopefully she doesn't run on me while I'm feeding her. This roach is stridulating. Not sure if I can get that in the camera. Bloop. Good catch. Oh yeah. So this is my little troublemaker Loki here. She's a, I guess I can say juvenile, Grammostola pulchra, Brazilian black, and she's about 3 inches in leg span, still a long ways from full grown, but I call her Loki because she is a fucking troublemaker. She likes to move things everywhere. She flips her water dish, she fills it with dirt, she moves those little pieces of cork bark all over the place. There's supposed to be a Pokemon toy in here that she plays with occasionally. Get my fingers on camera here, plays with quotations. And it seems this week she's buried it, so I don't know where it's at, but it'll turn back up. She digs it up and buries it all the time. She just got moved to a bigger cage recently, and I want to show you guys this. She has pushed a ton of the dirt up into that corner right there, and she keeps pushing it out through the little air vents. So the table up here that she sits on is always covered in dirt now. So yeah, you are a troublemaker. But she's adorable and she's a little sweetheart, so I let her get away with it. She's a little too chunky right now for me to be feeding. A little bit too much chunk, so we're just going to leave her where she is this week. So time to feed my super adorable little death feigning beetles. They're so cute. So since they're a desert dwelling species, I don't give them a water dish. I've been told from everything I've read that they just don't like having them. So I do carrots, which are good for the moisture. And then these guys really, really like apple slices. So that's generally what they get every week. You can see little bits of cat food in here for protein. But yeah, they're super chill, super easy. And usually at least one of them is doing something when I come in here to feed them. So this tiny little terror is my Aphanopelma chalcodes. She is 5 years old, just molted, and as you can see, still ridiculously tiny. God, these take so long to grow, but they're so cute and pretty. Let's see if I can find a roach small enough for her real quick. She just molted about a month and a half ago. So she's still very hungry. Well, I tell people that you're hungry and then you just sit there. I know you need to eat. Are you going to eat or are you just going to let the roach live underneath you forever now? She's remarkably gentle sometimes. There we go. Nom nom nom. You gonna give us a happy little butt dance? You gonna give us a happy butt dance before we leave? Nope, that's it. Okay. So this is my Lasiodora parahybana. She is about 5 inches in leg span, so she's a long ways from full grown. They get up to about 10. Well, 8 to 10. 10's just, that's the one people quote because it sounds cool. She's never turned down food. Don't want to give her anything too big this week, so let's see how this does. Holy shit. I just recorded a first. She turned down food. That was unexpected. Well, aren't you being weird? You must be ready to molt. Although I've seen you eat the day before a molt before. Okay, so this is really cool that I caught this right now. So this is my Poecilotheria metallica male. Just recently matured. And I've apparently caught him in the middle of making a sperm web. He's not going to get fed today. He's already pretty chunky for a mature male. But he is going off to Garrett and Alexandria of Palp Friction here in a few days to have some fun with their girls. But yeah, I just want to show him off. He is absolutely gorgeous. Like, look at those blues and the yellows and the whites. Oh my god. They're so pretty. But yeah, good luck on your sperm web, buddy. Have fun. So I was going to do a quick video on my Asian forest scorpion eating. Well, one of my Asian forest scorpions. I do have a few of them. And then I opened the container. Found out someone has molted. Okay, how's this? So yeah, they're growing up. How cool is that? So tarantulas typically, well, pretty much universally, I can't think of a single exception to it. They molt by popping out of their carapace, which is right here on a scorpion. Let me actually use my tweezers so I can point better. So this is the carapace, but you can see the carapace and the abdomen are kind of fused when it comes to scorpions. There's no real major separation here. So when a scorpion molts, it just opens right here above the chelicerae, basically between the chelicerae and the cephalothorax. And then they pull out of that little gap right there. Really, really cool. I love seeing the variance in molting between all different arthropods. There's so many ingenious ways to do it. But yeah, there is one of my Asian forest scorpions. I got a few babies when they were really tiny, and they are growing up. Since I don't know exactly when this little thing molted, I guess I should stop calling you a little thing now. I'm not going to feed it this week. I'll give it another week and then we'll throw a roach in there for it. But yeah, let's get your hide back down in here so you don't have to stress. But yeah, how cool is that to stumble across today? So if the first one molted, that means I should find another molt, right? Well, we're looking big. Is there a molt under your log? No, so this means you're probably about to molt. But you can see this one's a little different. It likes to bury its water dish. So I gotta keep this one well misted. They like it on the moist side, so I'm not too worried here. But yeah, if I get this one out just a little bit more, you can see she's a little chunk. Try and zoom in here a little bit. Oh, so threatening with the booty. But yeah, she's a little bit on the chunk side, so we've definitely ready for a molt. So another scorpion here. This is my Hadrus arizonius. It's the Arizonian giant scorpion. I'm really bad with scorpion names. That could be way off, but it is from Arizona and it is a really big scorpion. So she is getting on the chunky side, but I think she can still eat here. Let's see if she's hungry. I'm trying to find her something small. Smaller lobsters are really hard to catch. But I still think they're a better food source than other roach species. I've tried several different species over all my years of keeping, which I think I'm up to 22 years now, because I'm getting old. It also doesn't help that one of my hands barely works, and that's the hand I have to use to catch because I'm right-handed. Okay, let's see if she's hungry. Oh, yep, she's definitely hungry. Let me zoom in on that for you. She's not much of a stinger, so she's probably just going to start chewing on it soon. That said, I have seen her sting roaches here and there. So let's see what we can get. No, you're just going to hold it for a little while. I don't know, I kind of see that tail winding up a little bit. You got anything fun for me today, girl? Oh, here's the tail. Are we gonna get a sting? Oh, there it is. Their venom is not necessarily that toxic to humans. It does hurt like a son of a bitch, but yeah, it's not gonna do anything dangerous to you. So yeah, you can see her mouth parts digging into it now. You go, girl. See you next week. So I wasn't initially recording this because this spider never really shows itself, and then it started to show itself. So let's see what happens. So this is my Heteroscourgia maculata spiderling, and there she goes. She's still at that stage where I get pretty much nothing but pet dirt with a bunch of dirty web on top of it. But as you can see, she does have feet. So you guys probably know what this one is. This is my Chromatopelma cyanopubescens, my green bottle blue spiderling. She's a growing little girl. Let's see if she wants a beetle larva. Oh yeah, she's a really good eater. But yeah, you gotta love those colors. Oh my god, they are so pretty. And she's only gonna get prettier as she grows up. This is a fairly new spider in my collection. She's still a spiderling, so still really little. This is a Harpectira pulchripes. They're the ones that look kind of like an orange bitey thing, but with silver legs. And they're just to die for beauty-wise. Oh my god. She's been a pretty good eater since I've had her. Really never turns anything down. So let's see if I can get her on camera. Of course. Is it too big for you? Or are you just freaked out for me opening the lid? What are we working with here? There we go. I knew you weren't going to prove me wrong. But yeah, even as small as she is right now, you can still see that silver and orange both coming in really beautifully. I am extremely excited to see this spider grow up. So this one's really cool if I can keep him out in the open. This is a very, very young, still probably spiderling stage, but big enough that I know it's a boy. Nandu chromatus. It's the red and white bird eater. One of my favorite species. My favorite spider I've ever had was this species, and she just recently passed away at like over 16 years old. I think she was pushing 17. But this species never says no to food. They're just almost always on display. Just a really cool spider to have around. Also incredibly fierce and incredibly skittish at the same time. It's a weird combination, as you just saw it pounce on the roach and then run in terror from the roach. Quite a little weirdo, but still really cool. Highly recommend this species if you can get one. So I'm moving to the small end of the spectrum here. This is an Acanthoscurria geniculata spiderling. Totally a little cutie pie. Already starting to show some leg striping, which is really cool. but I don't know if it's going to come out and show itself, so we will find out here. Again, we're doing the beetle larva for the smaller spiders. Well, there was a little fury of legs. Hi there. Oh, there you were. Okay, she's done with us now. What a little cutie pie. Another little teeny one. This is my spiderling of Brachypelma hamorii. You can see we're still really, really teeny here. This little thing is going to take forever to grow up. And we're going with one more beetle larva here. Bloop. Nom nom. Such a little cutie pie.